ahead and he kills Vishwarupan. The moment he kills Vishwarupan, because he was unarmed, Indra gets the Brahmahati dosham. Once he gets the Brahmahati dosham, he goes here and there trying to find a way to get rid of the sin. At that time, the moment he goes across the home, completely purified. He gets back the glow which was there in him. He gets back all his powers. The moment his life comes back to him, he goes back and he regains the position of Indra. And that time, he worships to Paramashiva and prays to Paramashiva, saying that place had unique vibration. So Paramashiva says him to go and see, and then sees there is a very, very powerful Shivalinga over there. And that Shivalinga, then he realizes because of Paramashiva's grace, and he has regained back all his powers and was atoned of his sins. That time, from then on, he creates a beautiful city. That city is called Madurai. And Madurai, Devi Parashakti Meenakshi is so possessive of Madurai, she'll never ever let anything happen to me. And the way how Paramashiva as Sundareshwara was so available to all the people of Madurai is something really, really beautiful. And we will see. I'm so excited for what all he's going to do as his Leelas today, because what is going to be happening, the darshan that is going to be happening, the way the Leelas, the divine plays that are going to be done in each one's life is what I am so eagerly and so excitedly waiting about. Because the Leelas that Paramashiva did as Sundareshwara, whenever you ask anyone for the story of Sundareshwara, more than anything, it is all about how much he was available to the people. How he was so available for each and every person. And there is a next Shiva Leela where Bhagavan Paramashiva is feeding a stone elephant with a sugarcane. This is a very beautiful Shiva Leela of Bhagavan Paramashiva. This is just another example of one of his Shiva Leelas. There are 64 such beautiful Leelas that Bhagavan Paramashiva plays. And one such is the where he manifested as Ellamvalla Siddhar, where he manifested as a sage, a young, graceful, and a beautiful sage, just to teach the king a lesson. So this is where Bhagavan Paramashiva comes down as Ellamvalla Siddhar. The form of Paramashiva as a Siddha, as a sage, who can manifest all kind of powers, who can manifest everything. So once there was a king, Pandya king, who the whole Pandya kingdom, there were many people of other religions that were invading, and the whole kingdom was going down. And Paramashiva takes the form of a Siddha, and he comes down just to remind people of what each and every person is, the Paramashivatva in each and every one. And this Siddha performs miracles, everything. And now the whole town of Madurai is talking about this Siddhar. And of course, no one knew it was Paramashiva. And people were all talking about this Siddhar, and everybody saying, in any direction he goes, he just touches a stone, it becomes gold. And he just blows air into someone, that person is healed of diseases. Now the whole city of Madurai is amazed. How suddenly there is someone with so much of powers and such grace and such, just people got pulled to him. So the king gets to know this, and immediately he says, who is that person? Call them to the court, and I want to meet that sage. Now the court, the soldiers also come, the ministers and soldiers come to the Siddha, and the Siddha is sitting just outside the temple where he belongs to. He just sits there playfully with a smile on his face, and he just sits there with all grace in Padmasana. And the soldiers seeing the sage, they say, the king wants to see you. Who are you? Where are you from? People say you perform so much of, you have so many powers and you perform so many miracles. So the king is summoning you to the court. Now the sage says, no, this is my place. I am the king. Who is he? Now the soldiers are shocked. They're saying, how can you speak like this? The king is calling you, you better come. The Siddha says, no, if the king wants, let him come and see me here. Now the soldiers are said, and then they go to the king, complain. Now the king gets even more shocked. Who is this person who can talk like this? And of course, little did he know he was talking to the king of the cosmos, Paramashiva himself. So immediately the king comes, and since the Siddha did not come to the king decided to meet the Siddha. And the Siddha placed himself on the northwest of the temple tower, the northwest Gopuram of Madurai temple. And on the first day of Tamil month, Tai, the Pandyan worshipped the temple, and then he saw the Siddha was seated there, and he completely with his legs folded, with that pride, that grace, and that beauty. Now the king saw, and he thought, he's not even going down to me. How can he sit? He's just a normal ascetic. How can he sit like this? And the king saw that, and immediately the people asked the Siddha to move away, or the saint to move away. The king asked him about his land, where he's from, his name, and what he wanted. And the Siddha replied that he was a wanderer, and he was from far away land. And he was, however, he lived in Kashmir, in the city of Kasi. All those who lived great life of begging belonged to his class. And he was an expert on Vedas, and he had no expectation from anybody. But he will perform miracles for people and give them what they want. Now, on hearing this reply, the king thought, what? He talks as if he's a king of the whole cosmos, and he gets angry. And the king showed him a sugar cane. The king just handed him a sugar cane, and he says, what, if you really think you are an Ellam Valla Siddhar, you think you have every power and everything, can you make this one elephant eat? The Siddha sported a smile on his face. And the king says, if you feed this, then we all will know that you are an all-powerful Siddha. The Siddha said he expected nothing from anyone and looked at the stone elephant. Just the moment the Siddha's eyes fell on the stone elephant, the elephant became alive. He ate the sugar cane, completely consumed the sugar cane. And he ate the sugar cane from the king's hand. And again the Siddha looked at the elephant, and the elephant also took away the whole pearl necklace from the king's neck. The king's guard tried to attack the Siddha, but were made to stand like stone statues. Then the king realized none other than Paramashiva can come down and sport such a Diva Leela just to remind the king, just to remove the delusion from the king. Immediately the king falls at the feet of Siddhar, Ellam Valla Siddhar, and asks for forgiveness. Out of his compassion, as always, Paramashiva then makes the elephant back into stone, liberates the guards, and then he restores the pearl garland also back on the king's neck. Thus, just reminding how Paramashiva, as Bhagavan Sundareshwara, is always available. Then he disappeared. To this day, we have the stone elephant in the Madurai temple, in the northwestern Gopuram of Madurai, which ate the sugarcane that Ellam Valla Siddhar fed to the elephant. And to this day, we have so many evidences, so many living evidences to these Leelas that Bhagavan Paramashiva as Sundareshwara performed. And today, he himself is coming down just for all of us, just to be available to all of us, to continue manifest his Leelas in all of our lives. Let us all continue to prepare. Let each and every one of us continue to get ready for this very, very special Sundareshwara Paramashiva Sayujya Samadhi Darshan.
Now, what happens during the darshan? What happens now? We are going to be having the live Sundareshwara Paramashiva Sayujya Samadhi Darshan. But what exactly happens to us during this darshan? See, as we are asking the questions, you all can go ahead and comment. And Nithyanandam Jagannathan seeing a comment. Nithyanandam. If all of you that are watching us live right now, you all can also go ahead and comment. So what exactly is going to happen to you during this darshan? This time, there's a very powerful process called mirroring of neurons that is going to happen. As Nithyanandam, Govind Rajagopal, Nithyanandam. You all can also post where exactly you are from, which location you are from, and go ahead and share this with all the people and share here with us how many people you shared this video with. because in less than 45 minutes, we are going to be having the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. So it's like super exciting. See, during this, we will actually be having the mirroring of neurons that will be happening in our system. Now, what is mirroring of neurons? Mirroring of neurons means, for example, when you see someone smiling, automatically you will smile without even like knowing, or sometimes you just feel happy if you see someone smiling. You yourself will automatically feel happy. Why? Because at that point, without you doing that action of smiling, neurons in that person's brain is getting inside of us. And our brains are also reflecting that. Imagine to be a Sundareshwara. Sundareshwara means the most handsome, most beautiful Lord. So that is what literally Sundareshwara means, Sundara Ishvara. So today we are going to be having the darshan of the most handsome, most beautiful, most graceful being, most graceful incarnation of Paramashivoham. And it's so exciting because that neurons are going to get mirrored into our brains. So all of you that are watching us live right now, please go ahead and share with us how many people that you have shared this video with. Go ahead and share that.
Now let us enter into the preparation for the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is when an event which is which does not happen in time and space. Rather, that is an event which lifts you out of the time and space dimension. When you see Paramashiva, when you see an avatar manifesting the various different dimensions of Paramashiva, your brain, the neurons in your brain start mirroring the same. There is a beautiful verse from the Malini Vijayotara Tantra, which explains this process called Shakti Pada, which explains how exactly the mirroring of neurons happen. The verse from Malini Vijayotara Tantra explains this whole process.
Kathana Shakti Padadva Yadva Padavalokanat Prasadat Swaguro Samyak Prapyate Paramam Padam. By the enlightening teachings of the Guru Kathana, by the Shakti Pada, the graceful transmission of the spiritual powers, by looking at the sacred feet of the Guru, or by the complete loving favor of the Guru Prasada, the ultimate goal and space, Paramam Padam, is attained. This is the verse from Malini Vijayotara Tantra.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our whole the neuron activity in our brain mirrors that of the avatar. Bhava is defined as directing and activating the emotional and spiritual energy that is created through meditation on the avatar.
See, during this, as I was explaining, the brain neurons mirror, activate, and process observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. And without any kind of physical act of imitation. That means our entire body silently, without any movement, recreates what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. The science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan is so unique. It knows no distance, a phenomenon that the modern science is just discovering and terming as quantum tunneling. So what exactly happens during this time? Our thought per second rate drastically reduces and we relax into a space which is beyond any thoughts, becoming mentally at ease in coexisting dimensions beyond duality, where we and the divine become one, unconditioned by the parameters of time and space. So like for example, if you see here in this diagram on our screen, you will see here actually, like let's say a electron, a low energy electron. In quantum physics, you see it both as particle and as a wave. As a particle, a low energy electron, if it has to cross over an energy barrier, let's say an energy hill, an uphill, as a particle, it cannot cross over it because it needs more energy to cross over it, right? But as a wave, it can propagate over it. That is a phenomenon of quantum tunneling. Exactly the science behind the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. That is why Bhava Samadhi Darshan knows no distance. It is beyond any physical, any physical distance or physical obstacles. There is no obstacle for it. You can be sitting in New York, you can be sitting in Australia, you can be sitting anywhere in the world. But you will be experiencing what is happening in the avatar inside. This is what is the mirroring of neurons also. Same science is imposed on the people who witness the Bhava Samadhi. This is because our neurons are able to mirror the neurons of the divine immediately. And through the quantum tunneling, we are able to travel through the divine energy and mirror exactly same words.
There's a beautiful verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, the 4th chapter. When Bhagavan Krishna once saw his own extraordinary sweetness reflected in a jeweled wall, he was amazed and he said, "How unprecedented and astonishing is this deep and indescribable sweetness of mine. Alas, even when I see it, I become greedy to enjoy its sweetness. Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't. And after due consideration, I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Shri Radhika." This is such a beautiful definition. This is exactly what it means Bhava Samadhi Darshan means. Because in Bhava Samadhi Darshan, even an avatar enjoys manifesting the various dimensions of the cosmos just for us. See, Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a science of Nijavatar, manifesting Paramashiva, which is the consciousness, the formless, which expresses through the being of Paramashiva, which is light body, called as Divya Sharira, and manifests as Nijavatar, the physical embodied form for us to experience Paramashiva, the highest consciousness. When you have the darshan of various dimensions of Paramashiva, all the powerful cognitions, powerful experiences, powers of Paramashiva of that dimension gets awakened in you. This is what happens in the mirroring of neuron process. Like for example, Devi Parashakti expresses with Devi Parashakti's consciousness, formless, expresses through the being of Rajarajeshwari and manifests as Nija Avatara, the physical form, the embodied form as Devi Meenakshi, Bhagavan Sri Sundareshwara's divine consort. And similarly, Bhagavan Paramashiva, the consciousness, manifests through the being of Arunagiri Yogishwara, the light body, the Divya Sharira, and manifests as the physical embodied form as the Nija Avatara, as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Today, we are going to be having the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Bhagavan Sundareshwara, who is the consciousness of Paramashiva manifesting as Bhagavan Sundareshwara in the Nija Avatara, the embodied form as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Archa, see, the Archa avatars, all the deities also reflect the consciousness and manifestation being of each and every superconscious energy. But human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences directly from the Archa avatar. Therefore, out of that extreme compassion, the avatar, the physical embodied form, happens to bridge the gap and create the experience of superconscious energy in all of us. When we have the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of the Nijavatar, manifesting the various beings of various dimensions of Bhagavan Paramashiva, all those powerful components, powerful cognitions of Bhagavan Paramashiva of that dimension
gets awakened in us and starts manifesting in us. Bhagavan Paramashiva manifesting in the Nijavatara for us to experience the same is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is like the window to the infinite expanse of cosmos. It just manifests, oozes as conscious, causeless bliss in each and every one of us. Bhava Samadhi Darshan literally makes you as part of the huge energy wave of the cosmos. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our very muscles learn to imbibe and radiate Paramashiva. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is like a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way we can understand.
To have a glimpse of the avatar, having the darshan of the avatar cleanses karmas of lifetimes together, creates deep and lasting transformation. Now, what is the best space to receive this darshan from? It is the space of gratitude. Because gratitude enables us to have all our Sakti Sankalpas, the conscious resolutions, needs, wants, everything in every level. Pure, ready to reflect Paramashiva. What is the best context to be in? Just have the prayer, O Paramashiva. You are the source of everything. You are everything. You are an embodied form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhan, His Divine Purpose, Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, are in this body. You are the source. Let me connect with you. Let you reveal yourself to me. Let me be the Bhava Samadhi. Let us all take a few minutes and get ready with the Panchopachara Puja kit before we enter the Paramashivoham.
Let us now.
Let's all enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. The Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra is a very, very powerful sacred chant. Supreme Point of Hinduism has blessed this Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra as an initiation, Diksha, that transmits energy, experience, and powers in the form of sacred mantras. Just like how the avatar transmits Shaktis just by a naina or a touch, Sparsha. Similarly, the avatar births himself as the mantra, which encompasses all the Shaktis, energies, and transmits those Shaktis to devas. Anyone to whom this mantra is chanted from the space of oneness and deep blissful awareness, that person is bestowed with health and well-being, wealth and abundance, prosperity, love, and fulfilling relationship. Anybody to whom this mantra is chanted will be able to experience that complete and a fulfilled life that manifests without any types of dosha, sins, evil eyes, or obstacles, leading to a long, healthy, and a peaceful. Today we are all going to be offering this Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra on behalf of all of you to Bhagavan Paramashiva himself, the form of Sundareshwara Paramashiva, embodied in the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Maha Sannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. We are praying for all of you and for all those that whom you are praying to. We are praying that you are healed of all health issues, healed of all the psychological stress and anxiety, healed from addictions, so that you can move out of depressions, pain patterns, have an improved career. We're also praying so that all your relationships, whether it is your spouse or family, profession, everything gets healed. We're also praying for you to have a breakthrough in your wealth dimension. We're also praying for all the children that were orphaned due to the pandemic or during the pandemic to have protection. Bhagavan Paramashiva himself. We're also praying for you to have protection from all the natural calamities, also protection from lost wages and so that you can find solution to any problem. We're praying for you to have breakthrough in creativity, have increased inspiration, move out of debt, and experience increased energy and vitality. We're also praying for you to be healed from any insecurities and have protection from any direct or indirect effects of the pandemic. We're praying for the leadership consciousness to be awakened. Any genetic or inherited disorder to be completely healed, for you to experience complete completion in your muscle, area, biome. We are praying to Bhagavan Paramashiva himself in the form of Sundareshwara Paramashiva, embodied in Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to bless you, to always be available with, just like how in Madurai he was available as a cosmic 911. Same way, we are praying for him to always be available in Normal. We are praying for that ultimate Guru Bhakti to manifest in you, and for you to always have the blessings, grace, protection, and feeling connection with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Maha Sannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Our beloved songs. Now let's all enter into Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. You can also offer this mantra to others. So let's get ready. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Let's start.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Ham Om Shivaya Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha.
Om Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvaditam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
I surrender to that Sadguru who is eternal bliss,
the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is the embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is having the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure and unshakable, who is the silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond, who is without the three qualities called sattva, rajas and tamas. When you make a conscious Om Mamopata Samasta Duridakshaya Dwara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham, I am taking this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins, and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya, who is the God of all gods, who is the greatest of gods, who is the Lord of universes and multiverses, who is the Lord of the cosmos, Sakala Jagat Srishti Sthiti Samhara Tiro Bhava Anugrahakya Panchakritya Parayanasya, the one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation, Adhimadhyantarahitasya Aprameya Parakramasya, the one who is the beginning, middle and end, the one who is immeasurable, Akara Ukara Makaratmaka Pranavatmakasya Rishabharudhasya Mahadevasya Kamikadivatulanta Mahatantrakya Shaiva Gamaswarupasya Sakala Nigama Gamaswarupasya Shuddhadvaita Shaiva Swarupasya Nithyananda Padastasya Nithyananda Swarupasya Shuddha Sachidananda Vigrahasya Rupa Rupatitasya Sakala Nishkala Swarupasya Nitya Niranjana Niramaya Nirvikara Khandadi Visheshanasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhutasya Sarvadeva Devi Swarupasya Bhagavataha Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya cha Prityartham Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Parade Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasatamanvantare Ashtavimshati Tame Nitya Yuge Prathame Pade Jambo Dvipe Bharata Varshe Bharata Khande Meyoho Dakshine Parshve Shakabde Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike Pravavadinam Chashyaha Samvatsarana Madhye Shubhanama Samvatsare Shubhayane Shubharatau Shubhamase Shubhapakshe Shubhatitau Shubhavasarayuttayam Shubhanakshatra Shubhayoga Shubhakarana Evam Guna Viseshena Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhaditau. During the first auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga, in the island called Jambu, in the continent called Bharatavarsha, in the Indian subcontinent called Bharatakanda, in the southern side of the Mount Meru, in the Shaka era, during the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years, which is in practice of which Prabhava is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, in the auspicious Tithi, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga, auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment, Adi Kailase Kalpavrikshasya Adaha, Nithyananda Nagare Smrita Smritana Muktidayake Mahakshetre. All the participants, whether you're offering this for yourself or for someone else. If you are offering this for a male, kindly chant the male names now. Someone else. If you are offering for a female, kindly chant the female names now. नाम्न्याः च यजमानानामावयोः सह कुटुम्बानां बन्धुवर्गाणां दायादिवर्गाणां मित्रवर्गाणां सोदरवर्गाणां समेषाम् सर्वा. For all those who are participants, hosts and me with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers and everyone. Sarvabhishta siddhyartam sarvamangalavapyartam uttarottaranavachinna sthira lakshmi prapyartam. Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken flow and steady flow of abundance, prosperity and wealth. कुटुम्बे सर्वेषां सर्वाभीष्टसिद्ध्यर्थं चिन्तितमनोरथवाप्यर्थं. Let the family always have all kind of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled. Samithyartham samesham shiradipadaparyantam vidyamananan sameshu angeshu janita janishyamana sakala vidha nana vidha roganam yapohartham tadvara rogadridagatravapu siddhyartham. Let all the chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, healthy, handsome and graceful body be obtained. Samesham Kritakarishямana Sakala Vidha Mantra Tantra Yantra Vishachurna Abhichara Sambhana Marana Uchatana Vidveshana Vashikaranadi Mantrika Prayogebhyaha Rakshana Prapyartam Tadvara Samesham Sarvabhishta Siddhyartam. Let protection be obtained from all the evil effects of the acts performed by people, either in the past or yet to be performed in the future, through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous spells, employing spells for malevolent purposes, like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting and diarrhea, upsetting and ruining the health, poisoning, hypnotizing, etc. Apamrityu dosha nivrityartam, kala mrityu, akala mrityu, durmrityu nivrityartam. Let all the doshas or ill effects related to death, like destined death, unnatural death, fatal death, be removed. Samesha manta drishti, bahi drishti, krura drishti, vyapara drishti, anukula drishti, pratikula drishti, ityadi sakala vida drishti dosha nivrityartam. Let all the effects of evil eyes from known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty filled eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are well wishers, and effects of evil eyes of people who are against our well-being be removed. Samesha manta shatru, bahi shatru, krura shatru, vyapara shatru, anukula shatru, pratikula shatru, ityadi sakala vida shatru bada nivrityartam. Let all the effects of the inner enemies, outer enemies, fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good and enemies who work against our well-being be removed. Samesha matrishapadi sakala vidha shapanam vyapohanartam. Let the effects of all the curses right from the mother be removed. Anadi avidya vasanaya pravartamane asmin mahati samsara chakre vichitrabhi karmagatibi vichitrasu yonishu punah punaha nekadha janitva. From time immemorial, due to ignorance, we in the vast cycle of birth and death, due to the effects of our action, we take birth again and again in various bodies, which is quite strange. केनापि पुण्यकर्म विशेषेण भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव सितया immeasurable compassion and grace of Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body. Samesham iha janmani purva janmani janma janmantareshu sarvaihi kritanam shiva ninda devi ninda guru ninda dosha vyapohartam शिवापराध देव्यापराध गुरुवापराध दोषव्यपोहार्थम. Any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth, or in any of the births be removed. Any kind of crimes or offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed. ब्रह्महत्या सुरापान स्वर्णस्तेय गुरुतल्पगमन तत्संसर्गाख्य पंचमहापातकादि समस्त पाप व्यतिरिक्तार्थम. Let the 5 great sins like killing a Brahmin, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife, one's own mother, elder sister, and other such motherly figures, and associating with those people who have committed one or the other mentioned sins be removed. Apicha sarvai balye vayasi kaumare yauvane vardhakye cha. Let all the karmic effects of action done as a child, adolescent, youth, and as an old age person, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Avastha. So let all the karmic effects of action done in the wakeful dream or deep sleep state, Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, Vyaparaihi, Sambhavitanam. Let all the sins done through Karmendriyas, that is the 5 organs which perform actions like speech, hands, feet, excretion, and reproductive organs, and Jnanendriyas, that is the 5 organs which receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin. Rahasyakritaanam, Prakashakritaanam, Atipatakaanam, Upapatakaanam, Sankalikarananam, Malinikarananam, Apatrikarananam, Jati Bhramshakaanam, Prakirnitanam, Evam Navanam, Navavidhanam, Bahunam, Bahuvidhanam, Sarvesham Papanam Sadhyaha. Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins, minor of the minor sins, multiple sins, sins like raping a woman, unjustifiable sins, sin of destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 sins and 9 types of sins, more sins and more types of sins be removed immediately and instantly. अपनोदन द्वारा समस्त मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थम शिव भक्ति देवी भक्ति गुरु भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम परमशिवत्व परमशिव स्थिति परमशिव शक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम. The removal of this let us be showered with all auspiciousness. Let the Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti, Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, and powers of Paramashiva be obtained. Kutumbe Sarvada Sanmangala Praptyartham Manyonya Prema Bhivridyartham Purnatva Siddhyartham Sarvapanivridyartham. Let the whole family always be showered with all auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all the people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed. Shiprarogya Vapyatam Ayur Bhivridyartham. Let healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed. Vyapare Udyoge Cha Sarvajana Vashikaranartham. Tadvara Unnatonnata Sthana Prapyatam. Let your charisma impress everyone in business and job, and through that let you attain the best of the best position. Bahudana Saukya Prapyatam. Griha Kanaka Pashuputra Pautra Dana Dhanya Saukya Prapyatam. Let extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of house, gold, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grains, and all the comforts related to worldly life. Adityadinam Navanam Grahanam Dosha Pida Nivaranartham. Adityadinam Navanam Grahanam Anukulyata Siddhyartham. Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed. Let the auspiciousness be bestowed by the grace of all the 9 planets. Bhumyantarikshe Vidyamana Bhuta Preta Pishacha Rakshasa Brahma Rakshasa Vetala Kushmanda Dakini Shakini Ityadi Sarva Rishna Nivaranartham. Let all the evil effects that cause calamities on planet Earth, the evil effects from various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, dead people, Pishacha, demon, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, ghost, Kushmanda, class of demons, Dakini, little devil, Shakini, kind of female demon be removed. Manovyakulata Nivaranartham. Let the mental confusion and worry be removed. Prarabdhe Karmani, Karishyamane Karmani, Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika Vigna Nivaranartham. Let all the obstacles be removed with regard to actions that are going to be done relating to God, world, and spirituality. Samasarana Nivaranartham. Chandana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, Saubhagya Lakshmi, Vidya Lakshmi, Shaurya Lakshmi, Veera Lakshmi, Vijay Lakshmi, Ityadi Ashtalakshmi, Paripurna Kripa Kataksha Siddhyartham. Let all the loans be removed.
Let all the Ashtalakshmis like Dhana Lakshmi, wealth, Dhanya Lakshmi, food and grains, Santana Lakshmi, offspring, Saubhagya Lakshmi, fortune, Vidya Lakshmi, knowledge, Shaurya Lakshmi, bravery, Veera Lakshmi, heroism, Vijaya Lakshmi, success be showered upon. Parikshasu Unnatastane Vijaya Praptyartham Sarva Vidya Parangata Siddhyartham Veda Shakti Grahana Shakti Abhivridyartham. Let the top rank be obtained in examinations. Let all the excel fields of knowledge, let the memory, power, understanding, ability increase. Ityadi Sakala Vida Sanmangalani Guru Kripa Katakshena Prapyartham. By the grace of the Guru, let all the above auspiciousness be showered upon. Shri Kailasonada Dwadashanta Shamala Pita Rudha. The one who has ascended the Badayadina Shamala Pita, the Pita established by Devi Meenakshi, the incarnation of Shamala Devi, which is the supreme place of Kailasa, where Paramashiva resides and rules the whole cosmos and Kailasa. Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinna Swarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara, the one who is no different from Meenakshi Sundareshwara, the most beloved son of Paramashiva. Gurumanyatulyavatara Shri Parvati Stanyapana Labda Divya Jnana Vishita Sakala Nigama Gamasara Bhuta Dravida Veda Pravartana, the young boy who is the gem among gurus and equal avatar, the one who received enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, the author of the famous Dravida Vedam, which is the essence of all the Vedas and Agamas. Srimad Paramashiva Karuna Samadhigata Mukta Mechitra Shrayana Giyamana Chatra Chamna Rishi Chinna Kahaladi Samasta Vidada Valyalankrita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti Sarvajana Sangha Sadhyo Nirvana Diksha Veyapavarga Varsha Vishrana Jimuta Paramata Kalabhakesari, the showerer of Videha Mukti, an immutable state of enlightenment. Immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all people, the one who creates bliss, protecting leader, the roaring lion and trumpeting young elephant for other religions. Shaiva Siddhanta Stapana Acharya Shri Rajadi Raja Pande Maharaja Guru Shapana Shakyadi Mahandakara Nivarana Jnana Bhanu Vikshana Narhara Dvajochedana Purvaka Shri Madrishabha Dhajastapaka Shaiva Samaya Kartre. The Acharya who established Shaiva, Rajaguru of the Pandya king, who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru who is also the Pandya king, the supreme king of all kings, the enlightening sun that removes utter darkness of one who installed the Rishabha flag, the creator and reviver of Shaivism. Sarvagnya Pitha Ruda Shri Jagat Guru Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami Vagisha Sundara Manikya Vachaka Swami Nam Avatara Bhuta Shri Jnana Sambandha Swami Punaridrita Shamala Pita Sarvagnya Pita Trinavati Uttara Dvishatatama Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who is the ruler of the Sarvagnya Pita, the seat of omniscience, O the avatar of such with above mentioned attributes, the Guru of the whole world, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Appar Sundara and Manikya Vachaka Swami, O the ruler of the kingdom of enlightenment, the Shamala Pita Mahasamastana, which was revived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, O the one who has ascended the 293rd Guru Mahasannidhana. Arunagiri Yogishwara Paramparagata Arunachala Sarvagnya Pita Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvagnya Pita, the lineage of Arunagiri Yogishwara, Kailasa Paramparagata Kanchi Kailasa Sarvagnya Pita, Trinadyuttara Dushatama Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Kanchi Kailasa Sarvagnya Pita, the 233rd Pontiff Guru Mahasannidhana, in the lineage of Kailasa. Nityotsava Nitya Mangala Nitya Kalyana Nitya Rajita Kailasa Nithyananda Pitha Mahasamastana Mahasimhasana Pitha Kartre, the creator of Nithyananda Pitha Mahasamastana Mahapita, which is eternally celebrating Harishchandra Bhagirath Shri Ramachandra Shurasena Ityadi Anavachinna Sarvabhauma Chakravarti Paramparagata Chatushashti Yogini Mandita Chatushashti Sampradaya Pravartaka Manudharmasana Surya Vamsha Prapta Sarvagnya Pita Surangi Samrajya Murda Vishikta Chudamani Sakshat Shri Paramashiva Samudbhuta Kapila Mahaguru Punaratrita Mahanirvani Pita Ashtottara Sahasra Shri Mahamadaleshwara, the 1000th Shri Mahamandaleshwara of Mahanirvani Pita, established by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself and revived by sage Kapila. Sakshat Shri Paramashiva Shikta Samasaganayaka Shri Mahaganapati Samarambha Navachinna Pithadishwara,
Guru Parampara Prapta Ashtala Pita Ashtotara Sahasratama Ashtotara Sahasra Shri Atala Pitadishwara the 1008 Shri Atala Pitadishwara Patala Pita, which is an unbroken lineage of Pontus starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is a leader of the Ganas and who was coronated by Bhagavan Paramashiva himself. Dharma Mukti Swarga Puraswarna Pita Trayovimsha Guru Mahasannidhana, the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Dharma Mukti Swarga Puraswarna Pita in the lineage of Kailasa Paramparagata Adipita Sarvajna Pita Jagat Guru, the Jagat Guru of Adipita Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Kailasa. Shri Kailasa Punaruddharaka, Shri Kailasa Paramacharya, Shrimad Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Varya Satchidananda Pranava Swarupa Shrotriya Brahmanishta, Shrimad Jagat Guru, Srila Shri Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swaminam Prityartam, who is in the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharya of all sannyasis and Parivrajakas, the embodiment of the pure truth, consciousness and bliss, the embodiment of the sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one established in the super consciousness. Tesham Padaravindayoho Bhakti Siddhyartam Guru Kripa Kataksha Siddhyartam Kshema Stairya Virya Vijayira Rogya Aishwaryanam Abhivriddhyartam Dharmartha Kama Moksha Chaturvida Phala Purushartha Siddhyartam Mama Samasaduritopasantyartam Samasta Mangalavapyartam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prasadena Sakutumbasya Jnana Vairagya Jivan Mukti Praptyartam Cha Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivasya Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhuta Sarvadeva Devi Sarupasya Bhagavatah Shri Nithyananda Paramashivasya Cha Dhyana Shodasopachara Sarvopachara Archanaradhana Pujam Prarthanam Karishye. Om Anandagandha Nilayaya Namaha Gabeshajaya Namaha Om Kalpatarave Namaha Om Pashupataye Namaha Om Pasha Vimochakaya Namaha Om Ipsita Paladayakaya Namaha Om Bhagya Vritti Parivartakaya Namaha Om Adhivyadhi Vinashakaya Namaha Om Samasta Kalyana Gunanvitaya Namaha Om Vidadipurishaya Namaha Om Shri Kailasapataye Namaha Om Shivashakti Swarupaya Namaha Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha Om Ham Hum Shivaya Namaha Om Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivaya Namaha Om Shri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Avatara Bhuta Sarvadeva Devi Swarupaya Srila Shri Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swamine Namaha Om Nithyanandam. Same space. Let us prepare ourselves to receive our knowledge of Bhagavan Ishvara. As you are getting ready to receive the darshan of Sundareshwara Paramashiva, who is coming down to the Samadhi darshan to all of us. It's extremely powerful darshan because Sayujya Samadhi means become a Shiva. Not just living around, not just being in, there are different types of Samadhi or Mukti. In the Sayujya Samadhi is where you just, your being melts in his being and just becomes one. To experience this is what we are going to be having. The Sayujya Samadhi, darshan of Bhagavan Sundareshwara Paramashivam. Please understand, as all of us prepare to receive the beautiful darshan of Sundareshwara, all of us need to know, just to have the darshan, just to see,
have the darshan of Bhagavan Paramashiva, thousands of people do penance. They go to temples, they fast, they do penance, and I'm sure all of us would have heard. They go, they pray to Paramashiva, they take up fast, they do rituals, homas, yajnas, so many things. Yet it is so difficult. They have to pass so many tests, everything to attain, to experience the darshan of Bhagavan Paramashiva. If there is one thing, the greatest thing that can happen to anybody's life, any human being's life, is for that human being to see, to experience, to enjoy what that being cherishes as the highest principle in its life, or as the divinity in its life. And each and every one of us are the most blessed people out of the 7 billion people that exist on planet Earth right now. It is you, each and every one of you that are sitting here, whether you accidentally stumbled upon this video or whether you came here watching that exciting announcement of the darshan of Bhagavan Sri Sundareshwara, whatever reason got you here, understand you are not here by accident. You are here. If you are listening to this now, here, it means existence wants you to be here. Existence has got you here. Bhagavan Sri Sundareshwara, Bhagavan Paramashiva, the avatar of Bhagavan Paramashiva, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, has decided to manifest in your life just for you. Just to happen in your life at this moment, to convey to you that he is with you, he is manifesting with you, he is with you right now. To each and every one of you that are watching us here, we can see so many of you already flooding the comments with your heart, gratitude messages. We can see Ma Ragananda, Sadashivatma, Rahul Aswani, and Ma Stephanie. Each and every one of you that are here, understand you might know Swamiji for the last 10 years, or you might be here for the first time wondering, what is this? What does Sayuja Samadhi Darshan mean? So whichever, whether you know for a long time or whether you are here for the first time, understand this moment in your life, this occurrence in your life, the existence has manifested in this form, in this moment, not by accident. It is a conscious miracle. You are not an accident in the cosmos. You are here because existence wants you here now. The existence, the cosmos wants to happen to you in your life in this form now, just to convey to you, just to be with you, just to manifest all.
Now to get, see, for you to receive the best. It's like this. When Ganga is flowing, you can get her water in one spoon or one water bottle or one small bucket, or you can get a whole tanker itself and fill it. How much ever you are opening up, that level you are going to receive. Today, power that is landing, Sundareshwara Paramashiva, extremely, extremely powerful. He used to be available to people at such amazing levels. Be it him feeding the stone elephant with sugarcane, or whether he went to Bandi, the old lady, and ate her idli just to assure her that he is there with him, and went and got the hit by the king itself just for her, showing that in every level he's available. Like just like how Swamiji is there in each and every one of our lives. Like that, Sundareshwara Paramashiva has again come down walking the planet today as our Swamiji, and literally every one of our lives, personally he is attending to us. So extremely powerful energy.
Actually, I think the way Swamiji describes Bhagavan Sundareshwara, like when Swamiji says he is a cosmic 911, it is literally so true. If we just go through the whole Tiruvilayada, it is the Shiva Leela Arnavam is the 64th divine place of Paramashiva. And if you see in all 64, it is not that always Paramashiva comes down because someone did penance for 40 years and then he's coming down to bestow enlightenment. No, like you were sharing, just to eat the idli of an old lady, or just to play with a singer, just to teach him, just to show him, and just to be there, just because Dharmi goes to Paramashiva and cries saying, Paramashiva, I am not sure if I win in the competition. Paramashiva comes down and sings for him. Just for each and every one. Just to solve one small riddle. Paramashiva himself happens and composes a poem and sends. Just to teach Nakiran, just to show Nakiran, give him the enlightenment. Paramashiva happens each time. Just for a small sparrow, because the sparrow had a boon and requested Paramashiva that it should never forget Paramashiva in any of its birth. Paramashiva comes down and happens. Each and every form it happened. Actually for
people
everyone,
might be wondering, but so many stories they're saying, because the Leelas of Paramashiva Sundareshwar are so many. Like how, like if I just share with all of you, Swamiji comes to each one of our level, like just to be relating with us. So many people are posting how Swamiji gives darshan, physically appears and gives darshan, or him manifesting whatever you want, coming and just playing the whole game, the whole Leela just for you and showing that he is there. Understand? You are going to be experiencing that dimension of Paramashiva. And as you are watching, you have an opportunity for you to open yourself up. Go ahead. How much you want, you can give it through this YouTube super chat. Just go ahead and pay whatever amount that you want by coming for this YouTube super chat.
Actually, we can see so many people, so many of you are already posting Govind Rajagopalaya and Jagannath and Ma Prabjot Gill, and every one of you have, so many of you have commented continuously saying gratitude to Swamiji, and there are so many of you who are offered your gratitude. Ma Mariam Dawood and Ma Lillian, Ma Kela Berosat, so many of you, Ma Rema Devi. Please understand, each and every one of you that are watching us here right now, each of you, just by seeing the amount of hearts that is flooding in the comments, we can see how each of us are just yearning to relish this form of Swamiji as Bhagavan Sundareshwara. Understand, for everybody else who reads the Shiva Leelarnamam, for the whole, literally everyone else, that might be a memory that they may cherish. That might be like they'll just visualize, oh, Paramashiva would have happened like this, Paramashiva would have done this, he would have fed the elephant, he appeared here, he appeared there. But for each of us, it's an experience. We are the most blessed people, because it is not just a remembrance for us, it is not a story, it is not a history, it is the happening experience for each and every one of us. Can each of you that are watching us right now share what aspect of Swamiji as Paramashiva do you all connect with? How do you feel? Which aspect? Because in the 64 divine sports of Paramashiva, he has manifested so many forms. He's been a singer, he'll come to solve the riddles, he'll come to put riddles in some people's head, and he'll come to give enlightenment. For some people, he'll be like a sweet son. For some people, he will be their beloved for their being. He manifests as so many dimensions. For all of us, concept, Paramashiva offers, as on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, Paramashiva is just so available to us.
Actually, I think Ma Lech has posted, Ma Lechumi has posted, she enjoys the compassion dimension of Swamiji. And Ma Kelobarasa has posted Bhagavan Kalabira dimension of Swamiji. Okay. And Ma Priyadashini Chakravarti has posted for the love and blessings. Ma Calgary
Mother experiences Swamiji as sweet son. That is beautiful.
So beautiful.
Shalom Mehtaya, thank you for your offering.
And Ma Prabjot Gil says, I cannot choose, so I pick all. Rahul Aswani has posted, it's Swamiji's compassion. Always he comes and gives darshan so beautifully. Yes, absolutely. And all of us are just melting in that divine love. waiting with that gratitude, because we know